broadcast and in fact share more details. Now, India has overtaken Japan to become the world's 4th largest economy. NITI Aayog Chief Executive Officer CEO BVR Subrahmanyam has said, citing the data by the International Monetary Fund at a press conference of the 10th NITI Aayog Governing Council meeting on Viksit Rajya for Viksit Bharat 2047. Well, that's a very good news for the nation, and NITI Aayog CEO has made this announcement that 4th largest economy, that's not just only going to position India's stand on dominating the trade, business and economic affairs from across the large economies, but also is going to focus that India continues to maintain its resolve for becoming Atmanirbhar under the vision and the leadership of the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Now, Sanjay joins me live on the broadcast. Sanjay, NITI Aayog CEO has just said and announced that India has taken Japan and has become 4th largest economy. What is the comment focused on this very fortunate development is concerned, and India's success story is definitely paving the way for India's future?
बिल्कुल, नीति आयोग ने जो डेटा दिया है उसके हिसाब से भारत चौथी सबसे बड़ी आर्थिक शक्ति है और अगले कुछ समय में जल्दी ही विश्व की तीसरी सबसे बड़ी आर्थिक शक्ति बन सकती है। लेकिन इस समय जरूरत किस बात की? इस समय जरूरत है तेजी से विकास की, यानी कि डेवलपमेंट हो, तेजी से डेवलपमेंट हो, क्योंकि ये टेक ऑफ का समय। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने कल नीति आयोग की बैठक में भी कहा कि ये फास्ट डेवलपमेंट का टाइम है, इस समय ये टेक ऑफ का टाइम है, इसमें कोई भी राज्य, कोई भी स्टेट पीछे नहीं छूटना चाहिए। जो विकसित भारत बनाने का लक्ष्य है उसको वो तभी संभव होगा जब देश के सभी राज्य विकसित बन सकेंगे। तो जब विकसित राज्य बनेंगे, स्टेट डेवलप होगी, तभी जाकर के डेवलप इंडिया बनेगा। तो डेवलप इंडिया को बनाने के लिए प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने बड़ा मंत्र दिया, यही दिया है कि तेजी से विकास करना होगा। गांव-गांव में छोटी छोटी जगहों पर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर का जाल बिछाना पड़ेगा और लोगों को मौके देने पड़ेंगे, रोजगार के मौके ढूंढने पड़ेंगे। टूरिज्म में कई सारी अपार संभावना है। तो टूरिज्म इंडस्ट्री एक ऐसी इंडस्ट्री जिसमें हर स्टेट को काम करने का मौका मिल सकता है, हर स्टेट की इकोनॉमी बूस्ट कर सकता है। और उन्होंने उदाहरण भी दिया, उन्होंने एग्जाम्पल भी देकर के बताया कि किस तरीके से भारत ने जब G20 का समिट कराया था भारत में, तो उसके बाद में भारत में टूरिज्म में एकदम से तेजी है। तो जब टूरिज्म बढ़ता है तो लगभग सभी की तरह की इकोनॉमी बूस्ट होती है, सभी सेक्टर को इसका फायदा मिलता है।
Absolutely, Sanjay. Thank you very much for sharing these updates and giving us more information. Now, Dr. Sharat Kohli is joining me live on the telecast. Appreciate you joining me this morning, sir. Thank you very much. As you can see, this is a very fortunate news. And how do you think now India's dominance on a global platform is going to look like in the coming years as plans, strategies, negotiations from across the economies is concerned, as it has been confirmed by the NITI Aayog CEO that India becomes the 4th largest economy. Now, what is that India resolves to take it forward from this point of time? Mr. Kohli.
Good morning, Simran. Good morning to the viewers of Newsx. I'm glad your channel was amongst the first a few weeks ago which had declared that India has become the 4th largest economy. Obviously, the data came from IMF, and now yesterday NITI Aayog has formally put a stamp that yes, India has overtaken Japan, and now only has Germany, China and America ahead of it. $4.189 trillion. I think we've come a long way. In 2014, we were hardly $2 trillion. So from 1947 to 2014, we reached $2 trillion, and from 2014 to 2025, we more than doubled. So this categorically speaks of the policies implemented by the Modi government. And I think the road ahead also is looking quite good. There are some headwinds, some challenges. There are geopolitical challenges. There are tariff-like challenges which President Trump, has been announcing time and again. But I think there is no stopping as far as India is concerned. Our road is very clear. Our vision is very clear. I think Prime Minister during the 10th Governing Council meeting of NITI Aayog made it very clear we need a Viksit Rajya for Viksit Bharat. I think each union territory and state has to play its role. I think there were various initiatives he announced. Like, for example, one state should have each an international tourist destination, which can attract. Imagine how many tourist destinations can India have. Imagine one single tourist destination in France. For example, Eiffel Tower can attract millions and millions of tourists. And if each state of India has one tourist destination, it can do wonders as far as our economy is concerned. I think every single policy and every single step which the government has taken has hit bullseye, starting from GST to formalization of economy to Insolvency and Bankruptcy Act, various welfare schemes, Mudra Yojana, Ujjwala Yojana. And I think what stands out here is the big push on infrastructure. You know, more than 100 lakh crore rupees being spent on infrastructure for ports, airports, highways, railway stations, I think has done the magic. 25 crore people have come out of multi-dimensional poverty index. He did mention that yesterday in the meeting. And the Make in India initiative, I think that has really done well over the last few years. Today, President Trump had to say to Tim Cook that, look, please do not manufacture in India. I think America is scared of India becoming an economic prowess and taking away jobs from America and so forth, although that's got a different outlook as well. But then I think the world is recognizing today that India has got that capability, that capacity to make for the world, whether it is semiconductor chips, it is smartphones, or whether it is defense equipment, missiles and aircraft, you know, which India has shown in the recent Operation Sindoor. So I think overall, India's economic parameters are doing very well. We are growing at about 6.5 to 7%. Our forex reserves are close to $700 billion. Inflation well under control, little over 3%. Tax collections growing at more than 20%. Our PMI is around 58, 59. So all indicators are pointing towards the fact that we are on course to become the third largest and definitely on course to become a developed country by 2047, Simran.
All right, Mr. Kohli, thank you very much for sharing your take and adding perspective to this India success story. Now from there, let's take a look at what's coming ahead.